Hey guys, it's Jake with A.G. Russell Knives. I'm joined here with Kyle again.
How's it going, guys?
Today we're going over the A.G. Russell Locking Barlow. Kyle, what kind of handle materials we got today?
We are dealing with 3 handle materials on the new Barlow. We've got 2 natural materials, a smooth white bone and a brown jig bone. Both of those are coming in at $59.95. And then we have a Ebony Delrin that is coming in at $54.95. So a little bit of a price drop, mainly because it's a synthetic material versus a natural one. A little bit easier to come across, a little bit easier to work with. So you've got a little bit of a price difference there. These have got some differing features compared to a normal Barlow. What do we got?
Hand me the Boker Barlow over here.
All right, there you go.
All right, so here is a more standard Barlow pattern here. We have, it's a swell end jack, so you can see it. It's got this kind of almost sleeve board, except it swells at the end here. So that's going to be a pretty standard Barlow feature. It has a long bolster here, and that was designed to really make it a stronger knife that they can make cheaper, so they're not putting bolsters on both ends, but it's strong enough that the blade doesn't have any wiggle. Another interesting thing about this is non-stainless steel. We get a lot of requests for non-stainless steel. Yep. So Boker has made an exclusive for us.
Yep.
This comes in several different handle materials. It's using a C75 non-stainless steel.
As far as somebody who likes a traditional setup, though, this is the way to go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another interesting thing here is this is pretty standard on most slip joints here is you have the tang is extended just a little bit past the blade, and that helps protect the knife as you shut it. And that will come into play as I show you some of the features on the Barlow. So let me show you the Barlow here, or the A.G. Russell Barlow, I should say. So it is still a swell end jack with the long bolster here. On the inside, we have the striker pin. That pin hits the tang right there. That allows us to have a much wider blade. So there's no play in how much. It's not going to bounce as you shut it. It always contacts that striker pin. It strikes it, and it keeps the blade from bouncing off the hump or any part of the lock bar. So you have a protected blade edge. You don't have to let it down gently or anything. It'll shut as hard as you need it to without damaging anything. Another cool feature on this Barlow is it is a lockback. This is not typically it's not typical of Barlows in general.
No.
I'm sure there might be other companies that do it, but
there
I
probably
can't think
are.
of any.
Yeah, there probably are. I'm not saying it's an exclusive thing
But
to A.G.
I mean,
Russell.
most Barlows are slip joints, so
Yes.
this is a nice added feature. So Kyle's definitely more on board with the A.G. Russell Barlow than a standard one.
Yes.
And that lock bar allows us to get a smoother action on the pivot here, which again helps us do a one-hand open. So we have an extended long pull tang here. Not pull tang, extended pull nail nick. Put the meat of your thumb into that nail nick, and you can open it one-handed. Now it does take a little practice, and if you don't have a lot of thumb dexterity, arthritis or something, you're going to struggle with it, but it is definitely easy to do once you've got the hang of it. I'm a little bit better right-handed just because I've practiced so much more with the right hand, even though I'm a left-hander.
Hey, but this knife is perfect for lefties.
It is.
So
the nail nick is on both sides, which is really, really handy. It does come with a deep pocket clip that is reversible. It'll flip to the other side, so left-handers, this is a good knife right here. We have a Zulu point spear, a Zulu spear point blade on here rather than the traditional clip point blade. AG is always really fond of this. You have this cut swedge coming in here. I think it's a really gorgeous looking blade.
yeah, I like the look of it because it meshes with the handle really well. They're both rounded, it kind of goes together rather than having that harsh kind of, point on the clip point blade.
Yep.
I just think it goes really well with the rest of the knife.
It's got a nice transition when it's closed. It doesn't poke out too much. One thing to mention, when these first came out, we had a little bit of, they sent it with the clip, it was just a little too high. Didn't quite sink in all the way.
Yep.
And so we've got them to send new clips here. They sync much better here. Now, so this is probably only the first, maybe like 50, 69. It wasn't that many.
Probably even less than that.
Yeah, not even
I think the first bit we got in was somewhere under 50 a piece of each material. Those came with that pocket clip. I found personally that I enjoyed the higher pocket clip. It sat a little bit lower in my pocket, but that's just personal preference. I know Jake wasn't a huge fan of it.
I didn't like it as much because the jeans would go up and then they would go over. And so while it did hide it very well, which was nice, it made it a little bit difficult to pull out in one smooth motion. So if you got one of these original ones, we will send you an updated clip. I don't think there were many of you though. And
no,
I've talked to several people who do like this, prefer it.
Yeah, so there's some that are going to prefer it, and if you do not like it, we do have clips that we can send you, so just let us know.
We're not going to do it the opposite way. We don't have more of these to send.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That is correct.
Again, all stainless material. Tell us a little bit about the fit and finish on here.
The fit and finish on these knives is...
Because Kyle's part of the QC team.
Yeah, it is really well done on these knives. In doing some of the QC on these, I was impressed with the fit and finish, especially for the price point. A lot of times, you know...
They don't clean out the inside. It's still dirty. The
inside is really clean. You're not having to deal with any issues as far as transitioning from the handle material to the bolster, and the transition on the back side is really smooth as well. Just a really well put together knife. They've done a very good job with it, and you know that's something that we pride ourselves on, and something that we really push for.
Yeah.
Whenever a knife is made, that we want everything to be just, you know, so
as good as you can get it.
Yeah, as good as we can get it for the price that we can get it for.
They're not going to be $400 fit and finish handmade knives.
Yeah.
But again, they're not $400.
Yeah.
I think you'll be hard pressed to find this kind of fit and finish on anywhere near this price.
Yeah, in this price range, this is going to be something that you're going to be very pleased with.
You might struggle at double the price, honestly. Yeah, so really cool Barlow design here. We're gonna do a quick pocket dump and wrap this up.
All right. Well, what are you rocking today?
Today I have my ever favorite A.G. Russell fruit sampler knife.
I'm telling you guys, this thing is...
It's so cool.
He has it all the time.
That's the word he was looking for.
All the time. Like I don't look.
It brings
it's not that it's not a
face.
cool. It's not that it's not a cool knife. It's perfectly fine. But I've never seen anyone carry a knife like that and be so obsessed with it.
It's got a big long blade. It's super thin. It's even thinner than the Barlow. It sits in my back pocket, and the pocket just comes up just over it, and so it's a real easy draw just out of my back pocket. Slip joint knife. It fills I have a pretty big hand, so it doesn't really fill my hand because it's so thin, but it's so long that I get a solid grip no matter what I'm doing with it. Great for sandwiches, steak, random cutting tasks that I probably shouldn't use it for. But I just like this guy. Oh, and my other one I'm carrying. Remember on Facebook I said I showed the Starry Night Sunfish, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to get a blue or red Sunfish. I went red. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so doing the QC on these, I found a pretty good mixture of these, of the coloring in these. There's nothing that's completely red and nothing that's completely blue, but there are some that favor either one color or the other.
Right.
Jake's here obviously favors a little bit more red.
Front, it favors the red. I think probably the majority of them are half and half.
Yeah, they're pretty well half and half, but I would say the majority of them lean more of the blue. And some of them do have more of a natural wood color sticking through too. The dye sometimes just doesn't take as well to certain parts of the wood, but they are all really, really good looking. I think pretty much everybody in the building was wanting one.
Yep,
So
yep.
it's just one of those really, really good looking knives that we've brought along.
I definitely hope that we do more in the blue oak scales.
Yeah, I don't know what, I know we have some more coming in at some point that are already ordered. As far as after that, I have no idea if we're going to do a different color, if we're going to do more of the same, you know, no clue whatsoever.
But for the most part, they're half and half. There's not as much variance as you might think.
Yep.
I think I need to get a lanyard on this guy, and maybe like a white one. Then I can have my red, white, and blue.
Hey, you do whatever you want to do on that one.
I think it'll be easier to pull out of the pocket, and yeah, I think it's a gorgeous knife.
See, mine's not going in my pocket. It's going in a...
That's true. I think I might get two.
Yeah.
And I have one to be in my safe and one to carry.
Yeah, one of those is getting put away for sure.
Yep. Because you guys know the originals are going like 3-4 times the original value.
Yeah, quite a bit.
They're nice.
Yeah, quite a bit.
What do you got, Kyle?
Today I have got the Benchmade Nakamura Axis.
Nakamura. I like that.
Got the pop color in there. Got to have my color.
Yep.
Carbon fiber scales, real light.
Yep. That lightens it up a lot from the G10 version.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Does have the G10 version. Obviously less expensive. And then I like the blade. I tend to do a combo most of the time. Cutting.
Rope, twine,
zip ties, whatever. It just makes it a lot easier. Some people prefer the plain. I like the look of plain better, but I end up using the combo more often than not. And then it's a S90V steel, so it's a high quality steel. So a little bit on the higher end as far as price is concerned, but it's one of my favorites to carry. And then I also have, not in my pocket, obviously, but I'm also rocking the Odin's Eye. I rock it on occasion, just whenever I'm feeling like it. But this is one of our signature kind of staples.
Knives,
It's a self-defense knife used for slashing, not for thrusting.
Don't thrust with it. If you hit bone, you're probably gonna break a finger.
Yeah, it is not. It's made to slash and cut, aim for soft tissue.
Go for the soft parts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what parts those are, but go for the soft stuff.
I know there are several, definitely in this area and in other places, there's several self-defense instructors that use specifically that knife in their self-defense classes.
Yeah, it's a really nice knife for if you're going outdoors, especially if you're wearing like gym shorts or something like that. You can wear.
You don't have pockets for a pocket clip or anything like that.
You can wear it around your neck. It's real lightweight. It fits in the sheath really well. It takes some effort to get it out. Not enough effort to where you can't get it out if you want to just pop it off. But it won't come out for no reason.
I like that the ring makes it so you can't disarm someone with like a quick jab to the arm, and you're not gonna go numb or anything and drop it.
Yeah, it definitely has some. Yeah, it definitely has some features. It comes with this chain that you can wear around your neck. It does also come with a ring that you can put on a keychain or on a purse.
Just kind of hide it in with your other keychains and tees.
If you have a lady in your life, or ladies if you're watching, you can keep it on your purse or whatever when you're walking to your car. If you keep it on your keychain, at night you don't feel quite so exposed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And these are really inexpensive. I think the price point on them is under $20.
They're $20.
Right at $20.
Great stocking stuffers.
Yeah, definitely. One of our best sellers.
Oh
yeah. Definitely one that you always want to have in the collection, and you wear it under your shirt and you really don't notice it's there. I mean, I've had it under my shirt the whole time. So
lies flat. You can't even notice. You can't even see it.
No.
Well, guys, that is going to wrap up our overview of the A.G. Russell Locking Barlow. I will put a link to these guys in the description. Let me know what you guys think of these guys in the comments. I'll put a link to everything you saw today in the description. And then, as always, let me know in the comments which A.G. Russell knife you want us to overview next. We'll take a look at those, and whichever is requested the most, we will be doing that video next. Thank you guys, and have a good one.